So in this video we are going to learn about the Kirchhoff's law, and the Kirchhoff's having two laws. So first one is the first law or the current law, and the second one is the loop law or the Kirchhoff voltage law. So first laws, I'll start from here. See, it is written here: the algebraic sum of all the currents entering any point must be sum of all the currents leaving that point or junction. So what is the meaning of this? Think about, and this is a pipe here or a conductor, and here is also there is another part of the conductor, like this type of conductor is there. Now suppose through this I'll draw a cross section here, another cross section here, another cross section here. So suppose I current is passing through this one, is I1 current, and then I2 current is passing in this direction, I2 current, and then I3 current is passing in this direction. So this point is known as the junction. This is the junction. You can understand what is the meaning of junction. So in the railways line also you have seen where the trains are going in a particular from particular station, or the trains are going in different direction, that is known as the junction. So what is the meaning of this? The algebraic sum of the currents entering any point, this is the point I've taken, entering any point is known as must be sum of all the currents leaving that point. Okay, that what is the meaning of this? So entering will take positive, and those the current were leaving the junction, then will take as negative. So you can write I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. So normally you can take this is a point here. Say the one currents are coming from different directions. So this is I1. Suppose this is I2 and this is I3. See, this I1, I2 and I3 are going other direction. I1 is coming to the junction. This is the junction, the J. So you can write I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. So this is the Kirchhoff's first law or the Kirchhoff current law. So algebraic sum of all the currents meeting at a point in a closed circuit is 0. Okay, so actually this is, you can write your summation of I at a particular point is equal to 0. So that is the Kirchhoff's first law. Now we'll go to the second law. The Kirchhoff's second law. Second law states that the algebraic sum of all the voltages, that is the potential difference across any element, and the EMF of all the sources in any closed electrical circuit is 0. So first what I said, algebraic sum of all the voltages. So write down algebraic sum states that algebraic sum of all voltages, that is the potential difference across all elements element means here resistance, you can say, and EMFs of all sources in any closed circuit electric circuit, closed electric circuit is 0. So this is the law. So I'll explain you what is the meaning of this potential difference and what is the sources. Suppose think about this circuit, a simple circuit I'm going to draw. So this is your source. You can write E. E is the EMF of the cell. Here is one resistance R1 and a resistance R2. Suppose I current is passing through this. So V1 is the voltage drop across this resistance, and here V2 is equal to IR2. That is the voltage drop across this resistance. Okay. So how you can write? You can write summation of E. If the more number of cells are connected here, so then you have to sum, and this you have to subtract. Okay. So this is the energy is given, and this is the energy used. Okay, or you can say. So you can write summation of E plus summation of delta V, means change in voltage. Okay, here is one voltage will be explained, here will be another one, so will be equal to 0. Okay, so this is the thing. It states that the algebraic sum of all the voltages, that is the potential difference. This is the potential difference. V1 is the potential, V2 is the potential difference across this resistance. They are said that different across the elements, means here resistance, and some other elements might be capacitor, so many things are there. And the EMF of all the sources. So one sources are there, it could be more number of sources in any closed circuit is 0. So this is a very important law, these two laws. So some of the currents and some of the voltages will be. So now here is one sign convention is there. So we have to remember this sign convention, which is very, very important. So sign convention. So what is the sign convention? So in a given circuit, when resistance R is travelled in a directions of the current I, the potential difference delta V you have taken across the resistance may be taken as negative. And when the current R is travelled in the direction opposite to the direction of the current I, then the potential difference across the resistance will be taken as positive. So just I told the statement actually. So the thing is, think about resistance. The 2 points are there, A point and B point. Here you can take this A point, this is B point. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is C. Now suppose a current is going in this direction. See, current is going in this direction here, in this direction. So I will take I. Current is going, R is the resistance. So what I told first, if in a given circuit when the resistance R is in the direction, this R is going. So R is going in this direction from A to B. Then here you can write minus IR. You can write minus IR. So delta V will be minus IR. Okay. And another sign convention, same thing. Like resistance here, R is here, A and B. Okay. But the current is in this direction, I. In this case, you can write delta V is equal to plus IR. Okay. So remember this one. We are always measuring from A to B. Okay. We are measuring from A to B. Here also measuring from A to B. And the current is going in this direction. Then this is minus. Here also we are measuring from A to B. Then also this will become plus. So there are two things you have to remember it. Now in Kirchhoff law you have to take some loops. Okay. So suppose in this case you have taken the loop in this way. Normally it will be closed circuit. Our will see from this direction. We'll see from this direction. Or I will see from this direction. Then it will be minus. Again we also see from this direction, but the current is coming opposite direction. Then it will be plus. So this thing you have to remember for the resistances. Now for the potential. That means for the EMFs of the cells. So suppose in this case also same thing. Now this is your A point, and here is one battery is connected like this. EMF is there, this is minus and this one is plus. This B point. See, even always you are going from A to B. Okay, you are going from minus to plus. Then in this case we will take this E as plus E. Okay, and same thing, same battery will be connected like this way. Oh, sorry, it will be opposite. To like this. Not even to write again. So opposite direction. So A to B, E. Okay, but the EMF is opposite. That means plus to minus. Okay, then you can write it as a minus E. So remember, this one is very important when you're going to solve the circuits of using this Kirchhoff law. So you have to use these concepts. So first one I'll tell you again, sign convention. Current is going from A to B, and also I current is going from A to B direction. Then the voltage drop will be minus IR. In this case, the current is going from B to A. Okay, but we are looking from A to B directions. Then what we'll write, the voltage drop will be plus IR. Here you will see from A to B, if the battery is connected in this way, minus to plus, then it will be plus E. And if you will see from this direction, if you find the battery is connected in opposite direction, plus to minus, then it will be minus E. So remember, this is the sign convention, very, very important thing. Now we are going to solve a simple numericals using the Kirchhoff law, and I'll tell you first step what I have to do to solve the numerical. Now this is the numerical here. So what they said, let us calculate the current in two resistance shown in the figure. So there are two resistances are there. This is one resistance and this is another resistance. So you have to find out the current. So already mentioned the current is passing. This is I1 and this one is I2. Okay, and two cells are connected here. One is 3 volt, another is 1.5 volt. The value of the resistance are also given. Only what is unknown, that is I1 and I2 is unknown. So first case, what you have to do, you have to consider a loop here. You can take the loop of your own. This loop is very, very important. This loop you have to take. According to the loop, you have to write down the equations. Okay. So see, there is only one loop is there in this circuit. So A, B, C, D is one loop. Maybe in some other numericals there will be more number of loops will be there. So you can write here, applying the Kirchhoff law in a closed loop. Okay, right, applying, in short form you can write KVL in a closed loop. To the closed loop. A, B, C, D, A. You can give the name according to your this loop. So you have given in this way, A, B, C, D, A, or you can write B, C, D, A, B like this, whatever it is. But the loop should go in a clockwise direction. Okay. So first what will write? See, here you look. We are my loop is in this direction. My loop is in this direction. Okay. And current is also going in this direction, same direction. So we can write minus 2 into I1. So write minus 2 into I1. Okay. And then here, see, here battery is connected. Again we are going this battery connected, plus 2 minus. So what I told you, if we go from plus 2 minus in this way, there will be minus. Okay. There will be minus 1.5. When you see in this direction, my loop is in this direction and current is also going the same direction, so it will be minus. So minus 3I2. And at last, see, here cell is, we are going from minus to plus. If I told you from the previous sign convention that if it is like this, minus and plus, I am also looking from this direction, so it will be plus. So plus 3 equal to 0. If you solve this one, you will get this thing will go to that side. So you can write 1.5 plus 3 is you can write 1.5. So 2i1 plus 3i2 is equal to 1.5. Okay. Now, so in this circuit you can find out, so there is only one current is passing through this one. Okay. So actually there is only one value of current will be there because it is completely series. There is no other loop, nothing is there, no junction is there. So there is no junction. Junction means what? Junction means the current will come to split it into two ways, that is the junctions. But there is no junction is there, so only one current is present. So you can write this as there is no junction. So you can write I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I. What you can write, because 2 ohms and 3 ohms are in series. Write down because 2 ohms and 3 ohms are in series. Okay. So now put the value of I1 plus I2. So 2I plus 3I in this equation. Okay. So putting the value in the equation number 1. So putting the value of I1 and I2 in equation number 1, you get 2i and 3i is equal to 1.5. So what is 2i plus 3i? There will come 5i. Then 5i is equal to 1.5. So I will be 1.5 by 5. So which is nothing but 0.3 ampere. Okay. So what is the answer? So I1 is equal to I2 is equal to 0.3 ampere. So in this way, just we've learned how to use the Kirchhoff law in a loop. So remember the Kirchhoff law, second law actually, this is based on the law of conservation of energy. Okay, so charges circulated around the closed loop in a particular direction because of the electrostatic force, which is conserved in nature. So work done by the electrostatic force in a closed loop is zero. That is net charge. That is a net change in the energy of a charge is zero when it completes its path along a closed loop. Okay. So in this case, the negative sign with the current simply shows that its current flows in the direction opposite to the direction of the assigned, okay, it in a given figure. Understand? If the current direction is opposite, so that means it is going in if the current is negative, then it is going in the opposite direction. So normally simply you understand this one. So already I want to explain why it is called conservation of energy, because in this circuit, think this is 2 ohms. Okay, now this one is 6 volt. So simply what you can say, how much current will be there? V is equal to IR. So 6 is equal to IR. So R is how much? 2. So I will be 6 by 2. That means 3 ampere. So 3 ampere current is passing. 3 ampere. So this is your voltage drop. So how much volt will drop? So voltage drop will be 6 volt. So in energy you given 6 volt. Voltage drop is 6 volt. That is why combination total is 0. Okay. So that is the concept of conservation of energy. The main important part is this one, which I told you, that is a sign convention. Remember this sign convention. So loop means you have to take the loop in this way, A and B. Think about the loop, which direction you have taken the loop. If your loop is this direction, current I is passing in this way, so it will be minus R is there, minus IR. And your resistance is there. A and B is here. Current is coming in this way. Your loop is in opposite direction. Your loop is opposite, then it will be plus IR. Okay. But in case of cell, your cell you can find out that you're going from minus to plus, there will be plus, and if you're going from plus to minus of the cell, there will be minus. Okay. So that is the thing. Next class we will continue with the Wheatstone bridge and a few other numericals. So thank you very much.